Welcome to the premiere episode of ODND Presents A Fistful of Dice, a Deadlands adventure. Our very own Jeff is the DM, or marshal of this game, and I will let him describe the world.
For our listeners who aren't familiar with the Deadlands setting, is a Pinnacle Entertainment setting that is in 1876 United States. The Civil War has not ended. Some magical, mystical things have happened that have unleashed abominations into the world, that supernatural side. The West Coast has experienced a massive earthquake that caused most of the left coast to slide into the sea, creating what they call the Great Maze. There are a lot of independent nations, so the Sioux have come up with their own nation, and then you have the other Indian nation that I can't think the name of right off the top of my head. And then you've got the disputed territories. Canada up in the north is a puppet state for the British Empire, but they're there. You have some truly lawless frontier land up in Alaska that was Russian but sold to the Union, but the Union doesn't really care about it right now. So Grant is the commander-in-chief in the north, and Jefferson still reigns in the south. For those of you who are new to the setting and have ever thought that this sounds cool, definitely go read up on the lore. There's several great YouTube videos that give a good overview. It gets really dense into a lot of different things. Some of those things we're going to hopefully explore as we take this journey together.
Laying all my cards out on the table, as it were, I forgot to record the first chapter of our adventure, so we're starting on chapter 2?
Hello, welcome everybody to ODND Presents A Fistful of Dice. I'm Jeff, the marshal of this Deadlands adventure, and with me is Josh.
Hey guys, I'm relatively new to Deadlands. I'm more of a D&D connoisseur, but I am playing...
Like he had one drink of D&D.
a couple sips.
I've had and wine, thank you very much.
I am playing Percy Clemens, also known as Clem. He's a deserter from the Union Army, just kind of traveling the land, trying to, make up for the wrongs he did during that time in his life.
And in the room?
Je m'appelle Franck, new, but my real name, before Kimberly yells at me, is Airy. Je suis trapper française. And I have a big mouth. And I like to drink. And I smell really bad.
It's a French trapper.
Yep.
Of the earth, we decided.
You are
of the
earthy.
earth. I'm very earthy, but not crunchy.
I am Dan, past DM, current player, playing Bartholomew Chelmsworth of Atlanta, Hotlanta. I am traveling to Salt Lake in order to get a job with one of my dad's friends.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That is why I have a connection that could get me out of jail. And I have a horse named Hellbitch.
Nice.
And the other thing, I guess, can stay a secret.
Where is Hellbitch on the train?
I'm gonna buy the horse when I get there.
Oh.
I think that'll make more sense.
Do you remember the scene in Family Vacation where they tie the dog to the back of the car?
There's just a horse back there.
Same situation here.
But that's my goal here.
All right, I'm Kimberly. I play Alice Taylor. She goes by Allie. She is a saleswoman. She's on her way to Salt Lake City to sell her patented Allie's special anti-aging potion to the honest and hardworking people of Deseret.
Alright. So, for those of you who missed episode 1, chapter 1, which is everybody,
I was
due to
there.
a tech
I was, yeah.
due to a technical difficulty, here's the recap. Our 4 trusty companions have met each other on the Skyline Express out of Boston on its way to Salt Lake City. It has left Denver, headed towards Salt Lake. It's made a quick stopover in a place called Varney Flats and is about ready to climb up into the mountains. Most recently, Frank and Bartholomew were in the dining car getting their drink on and arm wrestling.
Losing an arm
Which-
wrestling fight significantly.
Frank won.
Yeah.
Allie got her flirt on with Dawson and conned him out of a $1,000 treasure map. And
Dawson is
Clem,
an NPC, don't get confused.
Conned him by doing a double ace
I bluffed the living crap out
double
of him.
ace bluff.
Dude, I wish that got recorded because I rolled my d10. I got a 10, which means I get to roll again. So I rolled it again and got a 10, which means I got to roll it again. So
And then a 3.
Was a 3? Yeah, so I got 23 on a skill check that was only a 2d10. So
For
For a 7, wasn't it?
a
Yeah.
gold-darn treasure map.
and I got a treasure map.
And that's me. That's what I look like.
I don't know what I look like yet. I haven't decided.
Oh my gosh. You look like Garrett Hedlund. I have no idea what I look like.
I'm Purdy.
I'm probably like Maid Marian as a fox in the only like run over
person.
by a few trucks. Yeah, as
Yeah,
a
with a
person.
person's face sticking out of the mouth.
Yeah.
I was
fair.
just chewing on a doll's head.
How did you know? All right.
yeah,
Meanwhile, Clem is. Oh, and I don't think I told anyone yet. We did talk about a chest or a crate
There's a crate in
With
the baggage
stamped-
car that's stamped
with Boston,
Boston
Museum of Natural
Museum.
History, Boston.
Yeah, that one.
and there's a
Clean cut dude that was walking around,
on the dot.
and
I don't know what dot.
Clem
but
confronted
still.
him and kicked his
That's
ass
where we
at
can start.
convincing him.
Well,
Okay, go ahead, let's-
we may have had rough beginnings, but Marshall seems to be coming around, correct?
yeah, a little bit.
With his craggy fingers.
Oh
Yes. Yeah, craggy fingers.
yeah. I don't want no craggy
So the
fingers in my
guy
downstairs.
is very clean cut and very well groomed, but his hands are very.
Crag.
They look like cow hand or
Yep.
cowboy or
Very-
cow hand.
Cows have hooves, eh?
He's just all fingernail.
Both.
I think I said cow poke, but yeah.
Okay, cow poke.
Did we draw chips? Did we do that yet?
I was actually going to bring that up. I
Okay,
was going
sorry.
to give everybody a white chip for all the RP up to this point, and then say, oh, by the way, you need to draw 3 chips from the pot.
Okay.
So
Since it's the start of the session.
now when
So
we draw
each-
3
that's
chips from the
Josh's,
pot, do we
right?
just draw 3 random chips?
Or white chips.
Josh, keep track. You have a chip.
Did we get 3 more?
3 more
Yeah,
whites.
Or are they supposed to be random colors?
We were awarded chips. Now we have to draw them from a bag. Ari, I trust
Oh,
you
from a bag?
most.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay. Hold
Yeah.
on. I will get a.
Go get a Crown Royale.
Yeah, I need to find it.
It's like, I'll find the exact number.
Some sort of non-transparent
I
container.
didn't even get
suppose.
that from session 0 that we actually did record. By the way, that was 60 minutes in 10. Good job, guys.
Yes. So while we figure out the chips, okay, you need 50 white, 25 red, and 10 blue to put in the fate pot.
So
And you draw them out of the pot without looking at them. Once you've set up the posse's fate pot, put unused chips away. Only under special circumstances do you ever add new chips to the pot. And I'll tell you when those circumstances are.
Can't have a.
I don't know if I have 50 of these.
without a Crown Royal bag. So how many of each?
You need
4 of
50
each?
white.
Holy shit.
I don't think I have 50 white.
Well, we can scale it down to...
Add, use black, too. I don't...
Well,
Oh yeah, you didn't have black, right?
how many colors do you have?
I've got 5 colors.
Okay, then yeah, use black and white together.
Okay,
Just
that works.
just set... Because really you need 4. It calls for white, blue, red, and then legendary, so just have white and black,
Okay.
red, blue.
I was super close to having enough
Legendary.
whites.
Alright, so how many...
Good Asmer.
Ooh. I fall asleep to that shit. Okay.
This is our ASM podcast.
Uh-huh.
Alright. So Kimberly, you want to pull for Josh?
Alright, so how many am I pulling?
3 for you and 3 for him.
These are for Josh. 3 red. And then for me, 2 whites and a red.
Oh, poor Clem.
Where is his file?
No, red's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
Blue's best. But red's good.
Yep.
Oh, wait, no, you got 2 reds and a.
Making sure it gets good mixed up. 1, 2. If I get all whites, I swear to fucking God. All whites! All whites! I got all white chips.
Are these our experience? What is this?
So, in Deadlands, you get fate chips, and fate chips let you do all sorts of things. You can never have more than 10,
Oh.
but you can either turn them into bounty points, essentially XP, and you can level your attributes and traits using bounty points, or you can use them in combat. And I'm looking up exactly what you can do. So if you have fate chips, you can affect rolls by spending a chip. So a white chip lets you roll an additional dice per chip spent, or soak, 5 wind and 1 wound. You just ignore it. And then red is 10 wind and 2 wounds. Blue is 15 wind and 3 wounds. Legendary, you can ignore all wind and 5 wounds worth of damage. So yeah. So basically you can either get XP or do other stuff. And some of the hindrances and arcane powers and stuff require poker chips to fire. So if you spend a white chip, the spell does this effect. If you spend red, so on and so forth. So, and you get 3 at the beginning of each game session. And you can jot them down on your sheet between sessions.
Is that what this white chips, red chips, blue chips thing is on the side?
Exactly.
One chip, two chip, red chip, blue chip. Thank you, Josh. I needed that.
It's the whiskey.
My whiskey's gone. I can't have any more because I'm driving.
How responsible!
Thus ends chapter 1. So chapter 2 picks up right where we left off, amazingly enough.
That's great.
So as Clem and Mr. Seabrith are having their conversation, you feel the train start to lean a little bit to one side as it rounds a corner, and then slowly starts to climb up a hill. With all this motion and conversation with Clem has Mr. Seabrith all worked up, and so he suddenly darts off back towards the baggage car, but this time without the conductor.
Ooh.
He's going back by himself. Everything else seems to go fairly calmly for a little bit. You are winding up the stair, the incline, and finally you get to the top when you hear the squeal of brakes as the train starts to slow down and eventually come to a halt, only for your drinking to be interrupted by a loud boom!
Oh,
Ah.
ding dang.
If we look out the window, we're not in town.
My
right?
drinking.
We're still in the mountains.
Yes, you are still in the mountains. Suddenly, the train starts to lurch, and the locomotive and the coal car start to careen over the blown trestle bridge and fall into the cavern, pulling the sleeper car and the first passenger car on top of them, leaving the third passenger car and the dining car hanging on the rails themselves. So none of you are in the caboose.
No. That's
So
scary.
sleeper, passenger, baggage cards. All right. Roll 2d6.
Everybody?
Everybody.
As the boom strikes out, though, I would like to say that Clem kind of dives to the ground and
Oh,
yells, "It's the
no.
damn Yanks!"
Oh no!
It's the damn Yanks.
Yeah.
Not
that guy's
maliciously,
a
but
4.
5.
Double
Uh,
fours.
I
Suck.
aced it. So give me a second here.
Oh no! You're rolling for damage, so you don't have.
Oh, so I got
Oh.
6.
Oh fuck! I don't
Well,
remember.
poop. I
Five
took 9.
something. Yep, we'll say that 6.
Okay.
6.
All right. So you all.
So do we just take
That's-
the highest of the one die, or do we take all the die?
It's damage, so you take the sum of all the die.
Oh, that's 8.
And I'm looking up. So it's.
That goes towards wind.
So let's see.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Well,
It-
while we're looking up the rule, I forgot. Kimberly, would you draw me an extra chip? Because I have a little thing called the Luck of the Irish.
Oh, Nike. Damn,
On
put
my
it
grandmother's
far
side.
away. He doesn't trust me. I want luck of the Irish. Oh, you got another white chip.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
guys aren't too lucky. You ended up in the famine.
Okay.
Damn.
So we're gonna handle this following the one at a time, following the massive damage rules.
Yeah.
So starting with Clem, how much damage did you say you took?
9.
Okay, so roll a d20.
Well, I was rolling high last time. Is this 1?
Okay, so
one.
you take a light wound to your roll a d6.
Okay. 4.
You sprained your ankle.
Aw.
Oh,
Your
no.
left ankle.
Okay.
Kimberly?
Yeah.
How much damage do you take?
6.
Roll a d20.
19.
When it exploded and came to a halt, you lurched forward and hit your collarbone on the edge of the bar. So you're lightly wounded on the upper guts. And
We only have guts.
Yep.
No
Oh.
upper guts.
So, do I write down
Head, arms, guts, legs is what we got.
under
Guts.
guts? Do I write? What do I
It's
write?
knees and
Do I just
toes.
write lightly?
yes,
Okay.
light wound.
So is this taken from our wind? Or like we get winded as far as the damage goes?
Yeah, so you need to roll. You both need to also roll a d6 to see how much wind gets knocked out of you.
Just 1d6. That's right, and it goes up. Oh,
Yep.
6.
1. Oh,
Well, you get hit in the clavicle and you go, ooh.
Yeah.
Whereas you ducked out of the way, so.
Ducked, fell,
It's all the same.
Ducking is just falling with style.
There's a snake in my boot.
So I had 8 damage.
And your hit location die?
Your butt.
What do I roll for that again? 6?
D20.
20.
20. Oh, that's a lot of dice. 10.
10.
Your gizzards.
Yep.
The gizzards.
Okay. So I need to do that too? D20?
Yep.
Oh, I see.
How much damage do you take?
6.
6.
Oh,
And
I got 14.
you got
It's a
hit
lot
in your
more detailed
guts,
than
too.
this is.
I thought 14 was arms.
14 is arms, so you roll a d6 and
Pick which side.
yeah.
6.
So
Other
that's your right side.
Right.
Where do you see that? Right versus left?
It's
Yeah.
just randomly picking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's saying 1 through 3 is left.
Oh,
4 through 6 is
okay,
right.
okay. I'm like, it's
Yep.
not on here.
Or you can say odds are right, evens are
Wait,
left.
did we get our stuff back from the other
That was just a test, so yeah.
Oh, good.
For all intents and purposes, nothing ever happened.
Good, because
Yeah.
I forgot.
It was like the
Right.
tutorial in Final Fantasy where they just drop you down, but then it doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So then do I do 6 on wind?
Yeah,
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
you roll a d6 for wind too, so.
Wait, so what was the damage? The damage?
Oh, I need to do that.
I'm so confused.
So you roll.
I rolled a 6.
Wait, that's what the 2d6s were, was the
Yes.
damage.
6.
Okay.
Then
And
that's
then
wind?
and then you roll a d20 and that'll tell you,
What side?
Where you got
I
hurt.
get hurt.
and then you roll another d6 to figure out how winded you are.
So what happened to the 6? The first initial 6.
What are you talking about?
So she rolled the 6,
I rolled 2d6.
and she got
Where do I
6.
put that down?
I think that's just
On
the level of
that's-
damage.
Right. So it's the amount of damage divided by your size equals how many wounds.
Oh.
So 6 divided by size of 6 is 1.
1.
Hit location
Got it.
was to her arms,
Got it.
random to her.
Fudge.
So she
Yeah.
got a bruise.
So that's just 1
I
for
got
me
a
too.
5 bruise. Why is there a 0? Do I count the 0?
Only 1 wind for me though.
No.
nobody get any shorter. It's hazardous for your health in this land.
Do I
Yeah.
cut? Why do you have so much wind?
You
You ate
Beans.
your beans.
you mark
Shut
it.
up.
You mark it to what it says on your sheet.
Yes, I know. What?
So you-
Yes, 20. But do you count the 0 as 1?
No, you start at 0. I'm guessing if you wanted to, you could have a little pointer on there that moves.
Okay. Stupid thing. Wait, I got a 5, not a 6. God damn it.
I got 6 though.
Je ne sais pas.
All right. Is that everyone?
Chocolate chips are heavy.
If you want a little bit of meta information, in case you were curious, if one of you had been unlucky to be in the locomotive at the time of the crash, you would have taken 5d6 plus 25 damage.
You would have been unconscious or dead. Right away.
Yep.
Good thing we got distracted.
Yeah, we got sidetracked by the bar, and that saved our lives. Remember that, kids.
Yep.
Drinking saves your lives.
Cheers.
All right. So, as you all stand up, bruised and
Slightly drunk.
I say,
slightly
does anyone
drunk.
know?
And one treasure map richer.
I said, did anyone get a number of that truck?
What cart is the family in? Are they still up on the rails with us?
That's a good question.
Yes.
So Clem goes over to try to help the family out
Me
and just
too.
see if
I
there's.
definitely would do that.
Okay. So,
Is there
it
anyone obviously hurt?
well, everybody seems to be kind of out of it at this point. You four seem to be the best aware and wake. Everybody else just seems kind of out of it, not really much to help, which is important because you hear bam, 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 bam outside, and a deep, resounding Texas drawl. This is a stick-up. Y'all come out here with your valuables now, or we're coming in after you. You got until the count of 10, or we'll come in shooting. One.
Clem runs into the other cart, pulling his Colt Army out of his holster. His Winchester is with his luggage, but he has his Colt on him. Busts in with the rest of the gang. Well, folks, seems we're in a bit of a tight spot here. I suggest we start a volley before the bastards can even try.
What are the odds they even know how to count to 10?
I yell out the window.
Pretty
like,
low, I reckon.
I yell out the window. There ain't much in the way of valuables on this train. Please leave before someone has to get hurt.
Could you just tell them to please go away?
Well, even the situation,
can I
manners should not be
double
forgotten.
down?
You're very new to these parts.
Can I double down on Bartholomew's bluff, and help him with my own bluff?
You can-
I ain't bluffing.
Bartholomew!
Hold on, I gotta... Yes, you can. I just have to go quickly refresh myself on
Double downs.
Yeah,
I wasn't
Actually-
bluffing though.
I know.
Yes, but we all think you are. And you failed.
I'm doing the law of the West, where I do not pull my gun unless
And
I
you are
feel like
very-
I'm in a corner.
You are very dumb.
I'm going to repeat my line from earlier. You must forgive my affectation as I do travel across the land, and it does happen to change and shift like the tides of a very rough sea.
So his metaphors are a little rough too. I'm gonna throw that out there.
I think a nice dune would be a better one.
This damn Scottish whiskey does not help my speech none.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so
Alright, I'm gonna pull. I reach around the bar and pull out my rifle that I've been keeping back there.
Just behind the bar.
Yeah, just behind the bar.
I take my treasure map and I fold it up really small and I give it a little kissy and I stick it in my bra.
I knew you were gonna
I pull out my very useless whip.
And then I pull
You're
out
very-
my gun from my
very
ankle
useless
holster.
whip that you don't know how to use.
I do not know how to use a whip.
So is the whole train like sideways or
I think
We
we just
just-
stop.
A couple of them are like hanging off.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So the locomotive is at the bottom of the
now.
ravine. The coal car's on top of that. The sleeper car's kind of perched over the curve, and then the car you guys are in, and well, you're in one of the two passenger cars.
I'm in the bar.
You- Yes. So you're in the last passenger car with the bar. It's on the rails.
Uh-oh.
How's the
Ah, my car.
the storage car?
My car.
Well, you're just gonna have to figure that one out, aren't you?
Oh.
We have some more pressing issues to deal with here.
My fancy suit is in that car, and I'm gonna need that if I'm going to talk to my father's friend. I mean, this is important to me. I'm just saying.
Monsieur.
Bartholomew, that does sound like a fancy and expensive item. I suggest we do not cater to these unruly types.
Well, I feel like if they just leave, we don't have to worry about much of anything.
I mean, this dum-dum started at 10 and he hasn't even gotten to 9 yet, so I'm not really...
They're over there like doing the fingers.
Okay.
doing the math.
So we're gonna do this as a test of will.
Okay.
So you peer
That
outside.
was my favorite character.
If you peer outside, you see that there are 7 bandits and 1 who appears to be their ringleader, so 8.
Okay.
So
That's more than us in here. Some point.
yeah, are
Oh, I'm
you
glad
trying
came
to
out.
are you trying to bluff them, overarm 'em, or ridicule them?
Oh.
Me? I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to convince them to turn around. So I guess that would be what overall.
Animal wrangling.
Probably, yeah. Overall,
It's not persuasion.
no, it's
No, because you're
overall.
intimidating.
I'm not.
Oh, you're trying to.
All right. Well, I don't have anything that's. So I just roll 1 die.
Yep.
Oh, say mal.
Oh, that's a 1.
That is not
can
how an
I-
ace works.
use my shooting to intimidate them?
Sure. I'll let you do it.
Oh, well, I'll see.
Alright. Instead of doubling down on parts, really sad bluff. I decided to
Bartholomew,
use
please.
my Colts. Are they? How far away are these guys?
They're all within 20 yards
Range.
of the car. They're standing on the rocky escarpment of the hill. So you look around, it's all rocks and some boulders. You guys are definitely more protected inside the train car than they are.
So it's sort of one of
pretty-
those ravine things where like they carved like a little side thing out. So like the rails are going around. You got the cliff on the one side going up, and the cliff on the other side going down. That kind of a thing.
Right,
Okay.
going over an edge,
Mm.
just about going over to a ravine, and there's snow on the ground.
It's like the
It's-
PCH.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. So, to Clem's detriment, the Colt army apparently only has a range of 10.
Oh.
But Clem is still going to try to use his shooting.
Well,
he has
so-
a 5 in shooting.
On that note, it has a range increment of 10, which means your shooting roll is 5 plus 2, so you have a tough target number of 7 to hit.
I am aiming for that ringleader's hat with 4d12. So
All right.
a couple of shots here at this. All right. So first one's an 8, 5, 10, and so 10 is the highest
Well,
roll.
you hit.
Oh.
So
And as I hit his hat, there's more where that came from. Next one goes between your fucking eyes.
actually,
Some guys
I'm
watch Silverado.
All right, I'm gonna back it down a little
Just
bit. I'm
because
gonna
we're in
make
the Wild West does not mean you need to use language like that against a stranger.
well, I'm gonna make you take a called shot penalty. So
Oh shit.
head. That's what -6. So did you still make it?
-6.
Yeah.
So that would have been a 4.
No. So it goes wide. You definitely have his attention though.
All right. The previous statement states.
As you can see, we are not afraid to fire a weapon. Please stand down. Let us continue on our way.
And the lead bandit yells back, "Truss up the fat one, and the rest of you can go on your way."
Are you saying you want to take one of our ilk along with you?
I
Not
think he's
ill.
talking about Bartholomew.
not ill Kim.
I am a very skinny man.
Slender
I am a
man.
pretty man. Are
You
you?
could call me.
So
a
now that I feel
slender
threatened,
man.
I go ahead and I pull out my
Oh
pistol,
shit! Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
So,
And I aim
just
a-
real quick.
and I just aim for the
Hold on,
general
Josh has
mass.
something to say.
Oh, good.
Oh no, sorry to interrupt that. What gave me the -4?
Called shot to the head.
You were trying to be very
Okay.
specific. I'm being very
Oh.
general.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah,
Yeah.
be general.
Yeah.
And-
All right.
And I'm
So
just gonna
I
I'm gonna
guess-
shoot at the ringleader too because I'm not going anywhere with my
All right.
pistol. So it's got a range of 10. So what does that mean again?
So range of 10
many are-
is increments. So the target number to hit is 5, and they're 20 away. So you need to roll a 7 or
Okay.
better to hit.
There's an 8.
8.
Woo!
Woohoo! You hit.
Go Bart.
Clem says again, the next one goes between your fucking eyes.
We wanted to thank you all for tuning in to episode 1 of ODND Presents A Fistful of Dice, a Deadlands campaign. We're going to start using ODND Presents as a way for us to explore other tabletop content outside of our main D&D 5th edition campaign, which if you aren't already listening to, you really should. Dan, who plays Bartholomew here, is the DM there and is really great. He sets a high bar for me, and I really do hope that I can live up to his example. This adventure that we're playing today is called Coming Around the Mountain. It can be found in the back of the 20th anniversary release of the Deadlands Classic Rulebook. I'm just more familiar with the Classic rules as opposed to the Deadlands Reloaded rules. Both are excellent systems. I really encourage you to explore both of them, especially if you enjoy the Weird West campaign setting. Really has a touch of the West, a touch of Call of Cthulhu, really explores all those supernatural type elements. It's a lot of fun. I currently don't have any idea where I'm going to take the group after this campaign, so if you have any good suggestions, feel free to reach out to us. I would sure appreciate any feedback. ODND Presents and ODND are both productions of the Stolen Dress Podcast Network. Other amazing podcasts include Dispatches from Fort Awesome, which is a news radio fan podcast hosted by Jay, who just had the Dave Foley on. This is a really special episode, and you should definitely check it out. Check out Dispatches from Fort Awesome and other great podcasts over at stolendress.com, iTunes, or wherever you find your podcasts. If you'd like to learn more about ODND or ODND Presents, check us out at odndpodcast.com, where you can find a link to our merch shop, or just go to shop.odndpodcast.com. If you'd like to contact us, we're on all the social medias, so feel free to reach out to us on Twitter at ODNDpod, on Facebook at ODNDpodcast, or email us at odndpod@gmail.com. Theme music is by Audionautics, and licensed under the Creative Commons Attribution License. We here at ODND and ODND Presents are also proud supporters of Fuck Cancer Roll Dice. Fuck Cancer Roll Dice is a yearly streaming event dedicated to fundraising for the fight against cancer. This year's event will feature numerous tabletop games from D&D to Call of Cthulhu and a wonderfully wide cast of hosts and players. Streams will run over the course of 3 days from November 22nd to November 24th, and we would be delighted if you would join us at twitch.tv/coach_Zach. That's twitch.tv/coach_ZAC. All proceeds for the event will go directly to Fuck Cancer, an organization dedicated to uniting the community in an effort to prevent, detect, and defeat cancer. They work hard to build support networks for those who have been diagnosed and to assist in detecting cancer before it is too late. You can find more information about Fuck Cancer at their website, letsfcancer.com. All donations will be handled via Tiltify so you can be certain where your money is going. If you are a fan of tabletop games or even new to the community, we welcome you with open arms. Join us the weekend of November 22nd, where we say, Fuck Cancer, Roll Dice.
So what do I
Alright.
need to do for that? Do I roll damage or do you roll damage?
That counts as a called shot too.
You roll damage, so yeah.
That's my
Roll.
strength. Right? No, that's just 3d6.
Yeah.
12 damages.
Ooh, so that's 2 wounds to the roll a d20.
Wait, how does that work? Did it ricochet or did he go to catch it and smack himself in the face?
Nat 20.
That's 2 wounds to the noggin.
Oh.
So
Oh, shit.
Right between the eyes.
Both the eyes.
Yes.
and you're aiming at the leader guy, right?
Oh, yes.
Is that what you said?
Oh, yes.
It's not 2 like physical wounds. It's 2 level. It's
Right.
one
2.
Level 2 wound.
Oh, okay.
Heavy wound.
Got it.
He's got a heavy wound to the head there.
Oh,
He's
damn.
And basically
definitely filling it.
5 levels worth of wounds to any given body part is death, right?
You're right.
Right. Well, 5 wound levels to the head or the guts is death. Otherwise,
You might just lose the body
lose
part.
your-
Got it.
So that's like a graze that hit. Like, took some chunks with it.
Took a little bit of
Exactly.
his ear.
So I need to have everybody roll their quickness number. If you
Oh,
would be.
let's roll initiative.
Right.
Yep.
I changed mine during the 0 up.
That's a 10 quickness for me. Oh, wait, do I roll it again because
Hey.
it's an ace?
Yes.
So 16 quickness
Oh,
for me.
Shiesta.
So
16
your
too?
so
I guess I don't high five you because I've only got an 8.
your target number is 5,
Oh.
and then you get a card
Oh,
for
right.
every 5 above that. So
Fuck yes, I got 5.
you get 5 cards, or you just
No,
got a 5.
he drew.
No,
got
I
it.
got the number
That's
5.
2 cards.
I can do something.
So
Nice.
every 5 above the target, which is 5.
So you get 3 since you got 16.
I thought it was just. Was it an extra one?
You
It's-
get the 1 card, right? 5. And then every one above,
another
you
one?
get 1.
So do I get 3 cards?
If they rolled 16, do they get 3 cards?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Jeff was just.
Want to try that again, Sparky?
I dropped everything on the ground. Oh crap! We have to look at the suits again, don't we?
This should be on your cheat sheet, though, and make it a little easier.
Know.
So to make it easier, I've got a queen and a jack to start.
Oh, okay then.
I have a 7 of diamonds.
I have a
Damn it.
2 of diamonds.
Damn it.
And the 6 of spades.
Does that mean you guys get to go 3 times?
Yes.
Oh fuck, he's doomed.
Where did I put
I
that?
dropped a stitch. Oh no!
Don't do it!
Okay, it's fine.
I dropped Stitch like I dropped a mic.
I love stitches like I
Boom,
love my
boom,
wife.
boom, boom. Let's see.
I want to hear more knitting.
More knit wrap.
Knit wrap.
Well, I think I found our genre.
All right. So first, I need
Way
to
to
do a
give
stun
him a
check
thing.
against our hapless posse guy
Print it
here.
out for me? Or
Yeah,
did you
that's-
print out one for all of us?
What,
to
cheat
use?
sheet?
Yeah, the cheat sheet.
I stole yours, if that helps any.
Well, there we go.
I don't think the one I found has that on it.
What do we?
He goes down the list.
Yeah, I go down the list. Once you draw the number of cards you have.
Which we have.
I thought you said that thing was on the.
No, I lied.
You bastard.
So-
I don't know where I put my.
So by the way, you managed not to stun our the leader guy. So he kind of stumbles back and tries to find something that resembles cover, while Holden is
Guts. Oh,
now empty eye socket. So on that note,
If he lives, we got a cool bad guy.
Do you have
That's
the
true.
cheat sheet available?
For what?
The spade or
He can figure that out. Don't worry about
yeah.
it.
Chef will tell us what to do.
Won't we have to later though?
No.
Okay.
All right. So
Trust the
anybody
chef.
draw? Yeah, trust the Jeff. Did anybody draw an ace?
That one
I did.
All right. So you
Ace
get to go
of
first.
spades.
Ace of spades!
Okay, so am I just doing regular shooting?
Is that
Yep.
what you want to
Can I do shooting?
You
Alright.
can do regular shooting.
So I have 5. Okay. My deftness is 4d12. So if I have a 5 in shooting, that's 5d12, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And does it... Okay. No.
do? What's the range of your gun? Is it
I'm
10
gonna have to
also?
find more freaking... Huh?
What's the
20.
range? 20? Okay, so you're good.
I'm good.
So it's a target of 5 for that one?
So I saunter over and shove Mr. Barth out of my way.
Bartholomew.
And shove my... Well, can I, like, hit out... I want to break out a window.
It's open.
I don't care. I want to break out a window. I bust out a window with the butt, twirl it around, and then shoot it out the window.
At whom?
Ugh, I don't care.
Boss guy? The one with the empty eye socket?
Shoot the bus. Let's kill him and get
Alright,
rid of the flunkies.
But then we won't have any story. All right.
Not necessarily. Now the power vacuum.
But maybe I just want to pick off one of the henchmen to scare them.
It's up to you.
Yeah, what do you want
Whoever is right to the left, facing us.
Okay.
Okay. The highest is 8.
All right. You hit.
A hit. You guys a hit.
Yay!
Hit it.
So you roll your damage and a d20 for location.
Okay. Should I? Does it matter which is first?
You do location first because you get double damage on headshots.
18.
18 is
Upper
Not-
guts.
Ooh.
upper guts.
So that's like lungs.
Yeah.
Mine
Heart.
was my collarbone.
Heart.
So
Yeah.
this one you
Upper
add
pancreas.
together, right?
When I said between your eyes, I meant between your lungs on that next one.
Your nipples are kind of like eyeballs of
Right,
your
like
chest.
what I meant by between the eyes is like when you wear that giant hat thing and all you can see is the belly and the nipples, like that.
It's a southern thing.
you might not understand.
25, 30, 33.
Fuck.
Okay, so that sumbitch is dead.
Woohoo!
He just shredded his upper body with that rifle shot.
Yeah.
The next,
yeah.
next one. Going
So-
through your eyes.
he's standing there with his 6-shooter, and he's like, "I'm gonna kill." Yeah, he's taking aim, and Franck, the Frenchie, just blows him out of the water. He doesn't even have a chance.
Maybe.
All right.
Clem. Oh shit! That one was through the soul's eyes. That ain't right.
I mean, I think it's
All
just
right.
that one.
Kings,
No. No.
queens.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Maybe you're right.
Oh, well, I'm gonna just keep shooting the main guy because he's the one who wanted to take me away for some
If I see one
godforsaken
that's not
reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and just give him a shooting in the face, hopefully. Alright, so shoot. Well, that's a 1.
The 1. Yeah, you miss.
I missed.
Oh.
Oh, I was aiming for the guy to the. She left. Sorry. I didn't realize she took him out already. I'm gonna try again in a second here. I also have a jack.
All right. One of the bandits is real tired of your
Sass.
tin horn mouth there, and so he takes his 4d6 as a rifle there, his good old trusty Winchester, and aims it right at Dan,
I don't know who this Dan is.
or at,
Who was that?
Bart.
at Bart.
Who? I don't know who Bot is.
Okay. So 6, 9. That hits, and 2. Let's see. He hits your. Let's see. 19 is upper gizzards, right?
Upper gut.
Upper guts, and that is. Wow. A whopping 4 damage. So he shoots you in the shoulder, not enough to like clips your shoulder.
Right, like
Right.
these are my only pair of traveling clothes, so I feel like you owe me a pair of clothes, at least a shirt.
Yeah. That tin horn mouth, you boy, gonna get you in trouble one of these days.
Already has.
All right.
Do you know who I am? I am Bartholomew Champsworth of the Atlanta Champsworths.
And you know who this guy is? He's the Queen of motherfucking England.
I find your claim specious at best, sir, because his accent does not seem to match the accent when I met the Queen of England.
Jax.
Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and take me another shot
All right.
at the mouthy one.
Hey, what did I do?
That there is a 7, so that should meet.
Yep. That hits.
For 9 damage to the. Oh, sorry. Forgot to roll. 18 upper guts.
Yeah. So that's 1 wound. You get him right in the shoulder. He's kind of.
How does
Yeah.
How does it feel to get shot in the shoulder and have your best shirt ruined?
Yeah, son of a bitch.
Right? That's what I'm
Yes.
saying.
That's my best shirt.
It's my only shirt.
It was a special occasion today.
All right. 10s.
No.
Josh, you did draw a card. You drew 1, didn't you?
Chirp,
Oh.
chirp.
I drew a 7 of diamonds. You calm down. I'll call it when it happens.
So our next one is at 9, it looks like.
Okay, 9.
9. C'est moi. Encore. Alright. I guess I'll shoot the next one. The one to the right.
So the other side of the bad guy?
Yeah.
The boss man?
We.
Clem shouts out, Frank, shoot the lead one.
Oh, mad. I guess I'll shoot the lead one then. Peer pressure. Oh, I missed one. An ace.
That's right. These gangs are like rats. You kill the lead rat, and all the other rats disperse.
15.
To the one you'd already wounded?
Yeah, to the leader.
The boss.
Okay, so that puts him at 3 wounds now.
Well,
I
she hasn't
think?
rolled damage. That was her.
Yeah, that was just my...
Oh, yeah, you hit.
I
yeah.
hit. Alright. I forgot the D12.
When I needed 20 for the attack.
Sank. 5.
So lower guts.
Oh.
Lower guts. Let's see that damage.
Okay.
Machi.
That's only 1, 2, 12, 13. Jesus. 20.
Well, that
Don't put
guy is also dead.
Oh.
You just shout out all his fucking intestines.
Yeah.
Are you happy now, Clem?
There are now 6.
Oh,
I know it ain't English, but you just turned that fella into Swiss cheese, and he deserved it.
8. All right. One of the bandits gets to go, and he's gonna.
Piss his
He's-
pants?
Well, yeah, he's got a army revolver there. He's gonna aim at Franck. Oops,
May we-
that's a cocked dice. Yeah, he hit. Yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, he hit. To your. To your head.
Oh.
So.
What was the
Lit.
damage?
I'm trying to figure out what's the damage on army revolver. I don't have it written down wrong.
The Colt Army Revolver's 3D6.
3d6. Oh,
3d6. All right. 4, 6,
So that's 1.
12. So that's 2 wounds to
2.
your head.
So what am I supposed to just
Next
marking?
to. Yeah.
Like tally marks?
Sure.
That's a good way to do it.
Tally me the 9. Okay. And how many wind?
2d6 worth of wind.
You
I
roll
do
a
my
win.
own wind?
Yep.
Lazy bandits. 6 again. I'm gonna die.
And you actually also have to take a stun check. So that's roll your vigor die against.
I didn't do well.
It's not fair. I didn't do a good job with that one.
I'm so. Just because I killed a couple people doesn't mean I deserve.
Because you got shot to that head.
In retaliation. Do. That's not good.
2. No, you are stunned. So your next action, you can roll to recover. Otherwise, you're just kind of so
What is recover vigor again?
vigor again. Yeah.
Okay.
So you got smacked in
Ugh.
the cheek. You're like, ah! You stumble back and you fall against the wall.
Give me the whiskey.
Give me the whiskey. Give me the whiskey. All right. Let's see. 7s.
yes.
Yes.
It is Clem's turn to wreck some shit.
All right.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay. Oh no. So I got 4, 5, 6, and 5. So 6 is my highest roll.
Mm-hmm. On a D12.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, 6, 5.
You best
no,
believe that's for deafness, and I'm shooting at him.
and he's 20 yards away. I think you missed, Clem.
So I have shooting of 5, but it's for rifle. Can I? Oh, okay. Next turn, I'm gonna take Frank's rifle.
I'll allow it.
Will she allow it?
That's the
I'm
question.
stunned.
Oh,
if
that's
she's
fair.
if she's stunned, it doesn't matter.
She probably dropped it or
Right.
I did.
It's like taking a weapon from a vegetable at this point. Like,
Hands off my turnips!
A drunk vegetable.
All right, 6s.
Yep.
All right,
So
go for it.
I'll run over to Frank, and I put my hand on her face, like, oh dear God, you need some help. God, help this lady. And I do lay on hands.
Okay.
So,
Ow.
yep. Let's see. It says the TN is special. Oh, I think because the thing. What was hers? Light, heavy.
Heavy.
So the TN is 7.
Mm-hmm.
And what am I rolling on? My faith?
Yep.
Godspeed.
Exactly.
I do get to roll 2d6 though. Alright. That's a 6. But now nace, so it's just 6. And so I don't do it.
Get off me.
Right? Because it's not together, it's a skill check. It's gotta be just a 6, right?
Right.
Okay.
Mad.
So I'm just covered in blood.
And putting the blood all over my fingers. Oh wait, all over my head.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my blood.
I'm like, oh God, help this young lady.
Oh God, it's gonna. Just give me the whiskey. All right.
All right.
Any other 6s?
5s.
Me, moi.
Oh.
8 again. Woo!
Woo.
Give me the whiskey.
so Frank's still a vegetable?
Yeah.
All right.
Alright. 4s. 3s.
Jesus, what did you
2.
do?
Yay!
You pretty much pulled a crit.
Alright, I'm gonna. How many are left?
There
3?
are
6.
6.
6.
Ugh, why are there so many?
So I'm using a Colt Army pistol. My range is 10, so I have to get a 7.
Yep.
Okay.
Nailed.
I rolled a 6.
Now what?
Dead. Now it's my guys. We're gonna go after Miss Allie. They hit your foot,
Ow!
your
Ricochet.
Ricochet,
left
yeah.
foot for
Allie, why are you trying to climb out the window?
You're showing off your dirty boots again.
12 damage to your left foot.
Oh my gosh. They shot the shit out of
Shut your
foot.
foot off.
That's what,
And-
2 wound, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So roll your wind and your stun.
Kimberly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at pictures of snake oil saleswomen. What am I rolling?
So you got a 12. You got 2 wound to your left foot. You
Okay.
need to roll your wind
Wind?
and your stun.
What do I? A wind is 2d6.
Wind is whatever. I think you have
Wi-
a wind roll, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. You got 2 wounds, so it's 2d6.
Oh, okay.
6. So 12, and then how do I roll? So I got a wound just now to my left foot.
And then you roll your vigor for
2
your...
wound.
So, okay.
And then, yeah, your vigor is your stunned.
Okay, sorry. 2d8. There you go. 6 and a 5.
Ooh. That's good, right, Jeff?
I'm not stunned.
6 and a 5. Nope, you're not stunned.
Sweet.
So, alrighty. Well, any other 2s?
Nope.
All right. Then we're back at the top of the order. Roll quickness to see how many cards you get to draw.
I don't think I'm gonna do as well
And
as I
the
did last
cards we
time.
drew get put into like a discard pile, right?
Oh, I
Yes.
shoved them back in.
Oops.
And
Oops.
it's
Well, if
what
I get
is
the
it?
same one
Quickness
again.
or nimbleness? Which one is
Quickness.
it? Quickness. Oh, good. Because that's what I rolled last time.
Shit.
Jeff, you're being really creepy. Right?
11.
I'm being
8?
grossed out by all the blood, so I am.
8 is what I rolled last time.
All right. So, y'all drew your cards.
We.
Oh, sure.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So, aces,
Nope.
kings.
Nope.
2 of them decide they're gonna attack.
Oh.
So, first one is going for Bartholomew.
That's Bartholomew.
Now you're just a freaking Pokemon.
And he-
Bartholomew.
And he misses.
Yay.
And the second one is going after Clem.
Dodge.
No, your name is Clem. Don't change it.
Yeah. You have to get out of Dodge.
Oh, you're going to do a dodge action?
I have a nimbleness with a 3d12, and my dodge is a 2.
Ooh, 2d12.
And I realized earlier I tried to dodge a wolf biting me, but that's fighting. Dodge is for ballistics.
Ah,
hmm
okay.
He's so proud of him.
Oh, I've got Dodge. I've got 2d6 in Dodge.
Yeah, you
I've also
can.
got 2 in Driving, just so you know.
Yeah, well,
Cool.
read your own character sheet. Get into this. Come on.
Well, so
I've also got a 2 in Swimming. Can I swim through the bullets?
Who has 2 kings?
no. Well, yeah, you can swim through the bullets.
Like
get
it's
up-
gonna be like Matrix.
No.
Everything
Go
slows down.
float
They
my
just float
dreams
there,
to
and I
see
swim
that.
through 'em.
More like the Matrix if you couldn't bend over backwards.
Look at
full
Bartholomew. He's limber enough. He can bend backwards.
speed.
I use my leadership skill to bend
He's
backwards.
an absolute unit.
Anyway, so it's your dodge against my shooting. Is that right?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not the marshal.
Oh,
Ooh.
Shit, that shot's fired, literally.
Sorry, the whiskey's making me a little sassy.
ladies and gentlemen, the secret ingredient to any fun evening is whiskey.
Whiskey.
That's not how to take a picture on Kimberly's phone. Whiskey!
Only if I've got the camera open.
Under Vamonosin. Or, sorry, Vamusin.
Yeah.
Let's see. If you have... Let's see. Just because we love you, your hero can roll his Vamoose after the bad guy's attack has hit. So, it hit, but before damage has been resolved. Okay, I haven't rolled damage yet. The price is your highest remaining action card.
Oh no. Okay, I'm into it.
You're into it. Okay. Throw it into your discard pile.
Then why did I put points towards that?
Now you can make a dodge aptitude roll as appropriate.
Okay, here we go. So, with the aptitude, I have myself a little confused here. So I have 3d12, but if I have 2 on dodge, how does that affect my roll?
You roll 2d12 dodge. And the number you're trying to beat is 8.
Okay. Well, the first one was a 1.
Mhm.
Not quite.
Oh, and the second one was a 9.
Oh, you dodged him.
Clem sees the bullet, and through his past experiences, he's had a little experience.
Bullets are
dodging
not a
that.
good thing, says Clem.
Yeah. Bullets are unhealthy. And Clem
I have a healthy
politely
lifestyle.
declines the bullet.
Oh, so you hit the deck, getting out of the way of that bullet there.
He swipes
Kind
left
of more
on
like
the bullet.
just a quick little prairie dog move. I'm not going prone or nothing.
Okay. All right. All right. Queens. Jacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clem's back in it again.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna shoot one.
All right.
Oh no! Oh dang! Would it take a full action to just? I'm gonna take Frank's rifle.
All right. That will take an action. You know,
Okay.
for you to get it and ready it. You know, it's gonna take 5 seconds or more. So.
Fair enough. I kneel down to the near turnip Frank. Frank, I know it's Frank, but
Yeah,
Clem,
that's fine.
with his
Well-
affectation. Frank, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I'm a little bit better with rifles. Here, I'll trade you my pistol for the moment.
You like put it in her hand and it just falls to the ground. 'cause-
Looking at Frank, I see a little line of drool and accept that as a yes and trade the rifle for
That is
pistol.
hashtag me too. Drool is not consent.
It's the West. It's a different.
Nice. I love it.
And just like that, no one is going to listen to the podcast anymore. That's a good run, guys. 1 hour in, we're done.
Okay. 10s. 9s.
C'est moi.
All right.
Maybe, we'll see.
Roll for recovery, I
I'm
guess.
looking for my die. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Oh, easy. 7 sets? 7?
Yeah, your TN is 7, so yay, you recovered.
Whee! Where's my
Alright.
rifle?
Suddenly,
Emma
the rifle's
Raphael.
turned into a pistol.
Where my rifle?
So you're like, what the hell is this?
She shrugs.
Zut alors.
Bonjour. Comment t'appelles-tu?
Man.
Not the
Donde
size
está
of
la
the pistol.
biblioteca?
It's how you use it.
There.
That's accurate because you don't know how to use it.
How do you
So
know?
as
I
an
might know
aside,
how.
the person who
No.
turned me on to Deadlands is a French Canadian. So
No.
actually, if you're listening to this, I
Yeah.
apologize in advance.
I'm not doing a
Or
French-
we apologize
I am
for how
not-
we nailed this.
I am not doing a French Canadian accent because I could not.
So you're actually from Mexico.
We. Oh, that's great. I love it.
French-controlled Mexico. You are Mexican.
I am Mexican.
All
Je
right.
suis un Mexicain.
Well, they probably wouldn't call it Mexico then. They'd probably call it something else.
Franco Mexico.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So
Sorry.
that one misses Clem, and that one misses Allie, and that one misses Bartholomew. So
Bon. Well, I
Sevens
used two
or
shots,
eights.
right?
7s, 6s.
Me.
Clem yells, "You blind bastards couldn't hit the side of a train."
All right, so I'm gonna shoot at the guy who shot at me.
Even though they literally
That's-
are shooting the side of the
That's fair.
Yeah.
tree?
What is my shooting again? 2d10. One day I'll learn this. 1 and a 9, so that's a hit.
That's a 9. Yep. That
Yeah.
hits.
Okay, so my d20 is a 5.
That's legs, I think.
I don't know. I don't have it in front of me. And it's 11 damage.
Guts. And 11 damage, that's a wound. A wound. A wound. Let me roll his stun. And he's stunned.
Nice.
Alright. 5s? Okay.
This one?
Last 2 bandits go. And... Nope. And... Nope. Alright. Let's deal cards again.
All right.
Encore. So it's.
So the last two bandits are, they've got their revolvers and they're just laying into the side of the poor side of the train, and just nothing's coming of it.
There's 2 left?
Oh no, there's 6. I was
There's
talking
still
about
6.
the last 2.
Just
Oh,
heads
I
up,
gotcha.
I got a 2.
Noof. So that's still 1, right? Yeah. You have to be a 10 to get.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fun.
Oh, bien.
Alright. Everybody got their cards?
I rolled a 3, so yes.
For all intents and purposes.
Aces. Kings.
Me.
C'est moi. You go.
Alright.
Does it, or is it? Oh, we're both king of
Oh.
clubs, so I guess it doesn't matter.
You can go first.
Oh,
since
thank you.
You keep getting low cards.
Ooh. 2 9s.
Ooh, that hits.
I'm shooting that same guy.
Yep.
10 on the body.
Yep. That's gizzards. You get to roll an extra damage die for that, by the way.
Oh, sweet. Okay. 10, 15, 17.
17?
Yep.
That's another 3 points, so he's no longer for this world.
Oh.
So that's what, your army pistol?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just take a quick snapshot and run him right through the spine, and he falls down the ravine there, and then there were 5.
Sorry. Glass table, heavy poker
Alright.
chips.
All right.
So
Huh?
there you go.
Okay. So I no longer have my rifle. So does that mean my shooting doesn't count? Or am I still shooting?
You're
just-
shooting at a -4 unskilled check. So you can roll.
So it's still 1d12, right?
So what's your shooting for rifles?
5d12.
So you roll 5d12 -4.
Just -4? Oh, okay, got it. Okay. But Mr. Clem will have to tell me what the damage is. Two 12s.
On
I'd-
D12, so.
I'm gonna say you hit.
Yeah, probably. 22. Clem. What's my damage? Shut up.
Well, what's your location first?
Oh, location. Location.
Josh, just so you know, you're muted.
Yes. 20. Keep putting it away. All right, 4.
All right, yeah. Shoot him in the leg.
Oh, good.
What weapon was it?
I don't know. Clem, what's your pistol? I think it's the same as yours.
It's yeah, mine's a Colt Army, and he's muted, so who knows if he's trying to talk to us.
It's 3d6.
3d6.
Thank you. At least somebody's listening. All right.
Sorry, I had it on mute because I'm making toast. The Colt Army pistol is 3d6. I truly apologize for that.
Thanks, Clem. All right.
I just
got
figured
8.
since, my turn of order was nil, I could get away with
That's what
a
happens when
crispy
you
treat
swap
for
guns.
myself.
Yeah. You
Hold
took
on.
my gun and then you went
make
to make
toast.
toast. I picture
also-
Clem in the back of the bar.
I have a rifle of 5, so I should have been all right with.
So you're just.
I should have been
jerk.
rolling way higher. So sorry I took that, because.
Anyway, I had an 8.
8 points of damage, so
Yes.
he takes a wound. He's
Aw.
he's you shattered his kneecap there, so he's kind of dragging it along. He's all sorts of peeved now.
That was my good leg. That's the one
Alright.
I take out during I don't know.
What, Passover?
And that
That's my
was
Sunday best leg.
that was Queens, right?
Maybe
Queens? Kings.
Kings, Queens,
your mom.
Jacks.
Aw. That's so sweet, Kimberly.
All right, Jax. We've got 3 of the bandits going on
Shit.
Jax. So, first one is at Miss Franck,
No.
and that's a no. And then
Told you.
Mr. Bart. Oh, that's a hit. To Bartholomew's upper guts.
Ooh.
And 4, 8, 14 to your upper guts.
That's not cool, man. So, is that separate from my gizzard?
Yes.
No, it's your gizzards. I think is how you count it on the character sheet.
Yeah, on the character sheet we got head, arms, guts, leg.
Oh, yeah.
So that's 2 more. So that gives me 3 wounds on my guts.
Oof.
So now I need to roll 2 for the thing.
Yep.
Well, that's a 6 and a 2.
And you were already lightly wounded?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's at a minus 1 modifier, so... Wait, are you rolling your wind or your stun?
Oh, this is my wind, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah, so you
So I
took
took 8 wind.
Yep. And then roll your stun, which is vigor.
My figure is 2d6. 4. Or 2 2s.
So 2,
So I failed.
9. Yeah,
So I'm
you're
stunned.
you're stunned.
I do declare I got a bit of a chest ache. Does it look bad? Does it look bad?
What? You're gonna need to sit down, son. All
When I
right,
get shot, I touch myself.
and then
If you don't get on your feet, I'm gonna start calling you Bart.
Get on your feet.
the one that was going after Allie also missed. So
Yay, my skin
Yay.
is still good. Sorry. It's late. I'm delirious.
all right. So that brings us to 10s, 9s, 8s. All right. Well, the 4th bandit goes on 8s, and he's going for Clem. And
But he misses.
He does miss.
Digging a daffodil.
Nice.
Am I rolling the right die? Because these bandits seem quite incompetent suddenly.
This is literally our first fight ever, so.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Yep. I'm doing it right. So, okay.
So there, bitches.
We're just that good, damn it.
Mm-hmm. So, let's see. 8 7s. 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, the next one goes after Clem.
He misses.
Target number 7. Yep, he misses too. Twos.
Yep. I go ahead and just roll my vigor.
Okay.
That's a 3.
Yeah, no. You're still stunned. And then the last one also misses. So now the remaining bandits look around. They see 2 of their comrades outright dead. 2 of them pretty busted, and they're not fools. They also seem to look up the tracks where the rest of the train is, and they look at it and they squint real hard, and they look back at you guys, and they finally turn and all run off for the tree line. Something
Clem
clearly,
shoots at their backs.
You dishonorable man. Roll a shoot.
It's the way of the West. I got a rifle of 5 with a rifle now.
I disagree with what actually is the definition of the way of the West. What with it being my trait? I want to stop him.
As he's doing this, he yells, "You sorry sons, picking on poor folk, poor defenseless folk."
I want to deflect his shot. Because I feel
You're
it's not right. It's not right to shoot someone in the back.
All right, you can roll a fight against him
That
to
ain't gonna happen, is it?
jerk the rifle away.
I'm gonna jerk the jerk. That's
So-
4.
Do I have to do strength?
Wait, I don't do
first?
anything. I'm fucking stunned. Never mind.
Ah,
So
all this
Bart the
happened in your
turnip.
head.
Yeah, it's all slow motion. It happens. It's badass. Like, I jump at him. I pull the gun. I say, "This ain't the way to do it, son." And he goes, "You're absolutely right. I will never do this again." And then reality happens instead.
I jumped.
And he blasts one in the back with an 11.
You
okay.
wake up with Frank like slapping you across the face. So wake up.
Well, let's finish shooting people first.
No, they have all ran away because
They're all safe.
they are all cowards.
They're all yellow.
I mean, that is what Clem wanted to do, so you should be happy.
Yeah.
So now we're stranded in the
just
middle of the
ain't
mountains
right.
on a broke down train.
With those people.
You got friends. You've got friends. So, do you guys go outside and look around?
Never leave the bus.
Never leave them.
Well, I go to find my suitcase, because obviously this train's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So when you step out the back, either through the last passenger car, or if you go outside and look around, you notice that the caboose and the luggage car are gone.
Oh, say man.
Well, I got
Eh.
my important suitcase right. Yeah.
After surviving a train wreck and fending off some bandits, our heroes now must find a way to survive the wilds. Is Allie's treasure map legit? Will Clem return Frank's rifle? Will Bartholomew find his fancy suit? Find out next time on ODND Presents A Fistful of Dice, a Deadlands adventure.